Hello and welcome to Something's Considered, the knockoff radio show from IPR, Integrated Public Radio. Today we'll be discussing racism, more specifically the controversy of sport franchises portraying Native Americans insensitively. I am joined by two sides of the argument. On my left is John, an advocate on behalf of the NAACP, and on my right is Nicholas, a spokesman for the Washington Redskins, an NFL franchise. Hello gentlemen, thank you for being here today.
Hello, thank you for having us.
The pleasure is ours. Thank you for giving us this chance to speak on this important topic.
Let's get started. So here's the situation. For many years, the Washington Redskins and other franchises, including the Atlanta Braves, the Cleveland Indians, and several others, have been using Native American names and icons and rituals in a manner that is considered by many as insensitive and unacceptable in this day and age. John, could you lay out what the underlying problem here is?
Well, Jake, and America, the underlying issue here is that it is the duty of the majority to defend the minority as it would defend itself. Politically in our society, the majority rules, but socially we're all in the same boat and there's no room for this hate. In the social contract, our Constitution, we are brought under a government for security's sake, and that government, and the society that forms it, must protect the minority in order to protect the nation, for we are only as safe as our most endangered link. So, Nick, why does the majority not have to protect the minority?
Well, John, the Native American population is hardly a minority. They're a super minority. There are a little over 2 million full Native Americans in the United States according to the 2010 census. That is 0.6% of all Americans currently in existence. It's too small of a group to make happy. And a minority rule system will never work in this nation. We can never reach a unanimous idea with almost 300 million people. Furthermore, if only a fraction of the 0.6% are offended, we don't really need to fix it.
If the minority is slighter and its voice is even softer, then the duty to protect them is even more present. By allowing this racial slur to be used, we are perpetuating bigotry.
This isn't a racial slur. One Native American group pleaded with us to keep the name. They find that, although redskin can be used as a slur, it's part of the Native Americans' heritage. To get rid of it is helping to finish the goal of the Indian War, to eradicate that culture from the white man's knowledge.
Can't we at least alter the names a little and swap out the logo? The Cleveland Indians caricature is a pointed, bright red, stereotypical Indian with feathers in his hair, and his name is Chief Wahoo. Can we just swap out the logo for something a little more sensitive? A stylized letter C or an arrowhead, for example? Can't the Redskins keep their name officially, but in the media try to abbreviate it to something less hurtful? I have no idea what that may be, but it seems more than possible.
And there lies our problem. The Redskins will not change the name because we don't have to. Our name, despite having other connotations, obviously has no malicious intent of racism, and it never has.
The Washington Redskins was the last team in the NFL to sign a black player. Until 1960, they were an all-white team. There were racial undertones, and they will live on as long as this name does.
Bear in mind, that was under the original coach of the Redskins, who is now retired and dead.
Don't worry, Nick. The Redskins aren't the only team with a name in question. John, what are the other teams the NAACP are pursuing?
Well, there are the Atlanta Braves, there are the Cleveland Indians, and then there are you guys. But don't worry, the system is equally lopsided, at least to a degree. The University of Mississippi is commonly referred to as Ole Miss, which was the term for the wife of the master of a plantation. The Ole Miss team, until 2003, was called the Ole Miss Rebels. Confederate flags were played at their game, and their mascot was Colonel Reb, a retired Confederate officer and plantation owner. And guess what song was sung at the games? Dixie, the same song my organization has challenged because it's racist. And the anthem of the Confederate States of America.
I would like to change the direction of the conversation. Let's talk about the dangerous double standard. The National Congress of American Indians released a powerful poster. John, could you describe the poster?
Well, if we're talking about the same poster, I'm referring to the one with 3 baseball caps. The first is purple and blue with a caricature of the stereotypical Jewish man with a pointed beard, yarmulke, and large nose. Beneath the hat is inscribed, "The New York Jews." The second hat is orange and yellow, with a picture of a yellow-skinned stereotypical Chinese person donning a straw conical hat. Its label, "The San Francisco Chinaman," is emblazoned beneath. And then there's the third hat, black and red. It's the exact replica of the Cleveland Indians hat. Chief Wahoo, with his red skin and feathers, is smiling at the viewer beneath it, the Cleveland Indians. The poster screams, "See the double standard?"